We have a gorgeous afternoon ahead of us. Great conditions to get outside and enjoy it before we have some more summertime heat coming in by the end of this weekend, and it'll likely last into your weekend as well. So let's start with today's highs. Most of the area in the low 80s. Some of us even staying below 80 degrees for our highs today. 82 for this afternoon in La Crosse, 80 in Eau Claire. A couple areas staying in the upper 70s, but for the most part, we'll be spending the day in the low 80s across the area. Winds will be staying light. We'll have a little bit of a light breeze out there through the afternoons, and you'll notice they're blowing out of the north after that cold front passed through yesterday. It's going to keep us on the cooler side today and tonight. Similar conditions to what we saw this last night with temperatures in the 60s across most of the area. We'll have another cool day as we go into tomorrow as well, but after that, that's when the heat starts to rise back up. So let's start with our precipitation chances going into tomorrow. We have a few light scattered shower chances until we get into the weekend. Overall, not tracking anything widespread through the end of the week, but still a chance to feel a couple sprinkles as you head out the door. And tomorrow morning, not looking too bad throughout most of the area. A lot of this is going to be happening in the overnight period, having some thunderstorms passing through central Minnesota as we go into tomorrow evening, likely feeling a little bit of that into the overnight period for Friday morning as well. Possibly a couple light sprinkles out there. Again, nothing really widespread, so it's not going to be a good soaker of a rain because we're not tracking a lot of thunderstorm activity that makes it into our area, but still some rain nonetheless. Similar conditions as we go into Friday. Then we'll have mostly dry afternoon conditions, but we'll have another thunderstorm complex moving across Minnesota as we go into the evening hours. All of these chances really posing the highest risk to give some rainfall to folks that are west of the Mississippi. Seeing those chances continue into Friday evening, possibly into the overnight period as well. And then it looks like we'll have a little bit more of a stormy and wet Saturday as we start the weekend off. Going back to our temperatures then, again, still seeing those cooler conditions lasting through tonight. Much of the area getting back below 60 degrees for your low. 61 in La Crosse, 58 in Eau Claire. Areas in our cooler spots near Black River Falls and north of I-94, even getting into the low 50s out there. It's going to be a nice, quiet and cool night. And then tomorrow's highs staying similar and comparable to where we're at today. Much of the area still in the low 80s, so just slightly below average. 83 for your high in La Crosse, 80 for your high tomorrow in Eau Claire. We'll have a couple clouds out there, but overall it's going to be very similar conditions to what we're seeing today, with plenty of sunshine still warm coming through. As we go into Friday, that's when we start to feel a tad warmer out there. Most of the area getting back into at least the mid 80s, but some of us will be climbing into the upper 80s. 87 to finish your week out for your Friday high in La Crosse, 86 in Eau Claire, getting even warmer then as we go into the weekend. Saturday likely to be our hot day, and with that, we're also seeing rises in our dew points as well. Still staying somewhat comfortable, maybe a tad noticeable for our dew points as we go into tomorrow. Once we get into Friday, that's when the humidity really starts to rise. We'll see dews climbing into the upper 60s by Saturday and possibly even into Sunday. That's when we see our dew points rising into the low and mid 70s. So that's when you really start to feel muggy and humid outside. But again, it won't last forever, really just going into Friday and the weekend, and then we'll likely have temperatures dropping a little bit. Even by next week, we could see area-wide temperatures in the 70s.
Wow.
Folks further north could be getting into the low 70s. So it's really getting into that roller coaster pattern with these temperatures now that we're getting closer to fall.
The ups and downs are coming. Some people are ready for fall, so they'll be happy to hear that.
I am one of them.
Some of us, not so much, Nicole. We're house divided right now. Thank you.